Welcome student. Today we are going to start our new chapter of 12th science, current electricity. Before going to start this chapter, we should know some basic terms related to this chapter. Which are these terms? We will see one by one. First one, point charge. Second one, electric field. Third one, electric intensity. Fourth one, electric potential. Now first we will see what is my point charge. Now a charge having unit magnitude and unit direction, that charge is known as point charge. Already we have seen all these things in 11th standard. And second one, electric field means what? Suppose here we have taken one charge. Now this one is the unit positive charge. Now one specific field around this charge in which another identical charge experiences a force of repulsion or force of attraction. What it means? If we try to bring negative charge within this field, then this negative charge, it will experiences a force of attraction, and if we try to bring positive charge within this field, then that positive charge will experiences a force of repulsion. That means a specific field around a point charge in which another identical charge experiences a force of repulsion is known as electric field. Then third one, electric intensity. Now for that we should know that electric field can be expressed into two forms. One is known as vector form and second one is known as scalar form. Now what it means, when we are expressing electric field in vector form, that means we are talking about the electric intensity. Now what is by electric intensity? First of all, it is a vector quantity. It is always represented by vector E. Now electric intensity, it is defined as the electric force per unit charge in an electric field. What I am telling? Electric force per unit charge in an electric field is known as electric intensity. It is a vector quantity. Then electric potential. What is by electric potential? Now unit for electric potential is Ohm. Now how we can define electric potential? In 11th standard we learn about this. That means electric potential, it is defined as the amount of work required to bring unit positive charge from infinity to a given point in an electric field against the direction of electric intensity. Once again listen carefully. Electric potential, it is defined as the amount of work required to bring unit positive charge from infinity to a given point in an electric field against the direction of electric intensity is known as electric potential at that point. These are the some basic terms. Now one more things we should know, that is, one thing is electric resistance and second one is electric current. We'll see. Now first terms are electric current. Electric resistance. Now what is meant by electric current? By the definition of electric current, we can say that electric current is nothing but the rate of flow of electric charge through the conductor. That is known as electric current. Now electric current, we can say that I is equal to Q divided by T. That means SI unit for electric current is ampere. And therefore we can say that the rate of flow of electric current flowing through the conductor is known as electric current. Now another units, milliampere, microampere, all these things. Now electric resistance means what? Now electric resistance, It is the property of the material. Because of that property, that material opposes the flow of electric current. The material which shows such type of property, that material is known as a resistor. What I am telling, resistance, it is the property of the material. Because of that property, that material opposes the flow of electric current, and the material which shows such type of property, that means opposition to the electric current, that is known as resistor. Now resistance, it is represented by letter capital R. SI unit of resistance is ohm. In symbolic form we can write all these things. Now this is about some basic terms related to this chart. Now one more thing, how we can say that electric current is flowing through the conductor. Basically we know that every substance is made up of atoms. Now in an atom, at the center nucleus is there. In nucleus, nucleons, that means protons and neutrons are there. Protons are positively charged particles and neutrons are chargeless particles. Around the nucleus, negatively charged particles are revolving continuously. These negatively charged particles are known as electrons. And the number of free electrons which are present in the outermost orbit of an atom, these electrons are known as free electrons. These electrons are also known as valence electrons. And depending upon the number of free electrons which are present in the outermost orbit of an atom in the substance, we can say that that is the base of the electric conductivity property of that substance. Now, if only we have taken one copper rod, and if we doesn't apply any potential difference, now up to this it is clear that electric current, when electric current can pass through the conductor, when we apply the potential difference across the conductor, then the number of free electrons which are present in that conductor, they comes in a single direction, they will flow in the single direction, then we can say that electric current flows through the conductor. That means from that we can say that we can pass electric current through the conductor only when we can apply the potential difference across the conductor. These are the some basic terms. These terms should be known to us when we are going to learn about this chapter. Pause.